For today's headlines, guessing game as Rody joins PDP rally. Government submitting anti-drug ops report to ICC. Kontra Bigay task force formed. Short-term jobs for Taal evacuees. Divisoria peddlers deny unpaid rent claims. MMDA wants half of cars off NCR roads. COVID hit Azkals fall. Ukraine crisis, Russia reducing attacks. Good morning, I am Venice Bautista and this is Tribune News on Q. Today is March 31, 2022, and these are the latest news of this Thursday morning. For the first time since the start of the campaign period, President Rodrigo Duterte will take the stage with PDP Laban senatorial candidates tomorrow, or today rather, March 31, but officials can't tell yet whether he will endorse a presidential bid at the gathering. Cabinet Secretary Melvin Matibag, who is also Secretary General of the PDP Laban, said the party would leave it up to the president to decide if he wanted to name his anointed one during the sortie scheduled in Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu. The Cebu campaign sortie will mark Duterte's first campaign appearance to endorse the seven-man senatorial slate of the ruling party. Of the PDP Laban Senate hopefuls, only actor Robin Padilla entered the top 12 of pre-election surveys on preferred senatorial candidates. Meanwhile, President Rodrigo Duterte has ordered law enforcers to submit reports on their anti-drug operations to the International Criminal Court, or ICC, hoping that the tribunal would be convinced why his administration had to launch a drug war. Duterte issued the directive Tuesday night, saying that such information would paint a picture of how grave the drug problem is in the Philippines and would make the ICC as well as human rights groups understand his sentiments toward drug peddlers. Duterte also said that he would make all available information on drug use accessible to human rights groups so they would know the country's situation. The president, who has sought closer ties with Beijing since he took office, also floated the possibility that Chinese businessmen may be the culprit for the entry of illegal drugs in the country. Unfortunately, it leaves a bad taste in the mouth, but it's not the Chinese and not either the Philippine Chinese behind it, he said. Last year, the ICC pretrial chamber allowed the Office of the Prosecutor to conduct a full-blown investigation into alleged human rights abuses committed by policemen during Duterte's drug war. Duterte, however, declared that he would not cooperate with the ICC probe by arguing that the country's judicial system is capable of addressing such concerns. The Commission on Elections yesterday announced that Commissioner Amy Ferolino will lead the interagency task force that will investigate incidents of vote buying. In an ambush interview, COMELEC Commissioner George Garcia said Ferolino will lead Task Force Kontra Bigay, where she will be responsible for calling meetings and creating guidelines, among others. Meanwhile, Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara said his office is waiting for a directive from COMELEC in connection with the vote-buying issue. The task force, to be made up of members of the COMELEC, Philippine National Police, and DOJ, was formed in response to claims that politicians give away or distribute money during campaign rallies. The poll body established a similar task force in 2019. COMELEC spokesperson James Jimenez said in a previous Laging Handa briefing that reports of money being given away during the campaign period will be referred to local election officers for investigation. He said the local poll body official will investigate the complaint and escalate it to the COMELEC Law Department for the filing of cases. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
Globe, our steps can lead us to millions of doors opening, millions of paths unfolding, and millions of reasons to keep going. Now's the time to be with a network that gets better every day for you.
We're back on Tribune News on Cue. The Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE, will be providing short-term jobs for individuals affected by the ongoing activity of the Taal volcano. Labor Secretary Sylvester Bello III said 10-day jobs will be provided to them and be given salaries based on the region's minimum wage. He said that the minimum wage in Region 4 is 400 pesos a day, so they will work for 10 days and they will give them 4,000 pesos for 10 days of work. That is what they can immediately give. Meanwhile, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, is considering lowering the existing alert status over Taal volcano to alert level 2 from alert level 3 if there is no activity in the next 2 weeks. PHIVOLCS OIC Renato Solidum Jr. said that they have not seen the need to raise the volcano warning to alert level 4. After presidential candidate and incumbent Manila Mayor Isko Moreno Domagoso gave a not-so-kind reaction on why the Manila city government decided to sell Divisoria Market in Tondo, the Divisoria Public Market Cooperative slammed the statement, branding it as too inhumane, while belying allegations they were evicted from the said establishment due to non-payment of rent. Based on the deed of sale acquired by the Daily Tribune, the sale of the parcel of land where Divisoria Market is located was based on City Council Resolution 180, as presided by Majority Floor Leader Joel Chua, allowing the conduct of the public bidding of the 3,701.70 square meter property, while Resolution 171 allowed Domagoso to enter into a contract with any corporation or entity to sell the old market. On August 17, 2020, Vice Mayor Honey Lacuna, who presides over the City Council, resolved to have keenly studied and ratified the deed of sale entered by Domagoso. The city government then mandated the tenants, by means of posted orders placed in various corners of the said market, to evacuate by January 31, 2021, to give way for the construction of a 50-story condominium building. The group also contradicted allegations of Manila City Administrator Felix Espiritu that the vendors were being evicted for non-payment of their daily and monthly rents. In other news, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, on Wednesday disclosed a plan to implement 2 more number coding schemes designed to ease vehicular traffic in the metropolis. With the current scheme restricting just 20% of registered vehicles from using the road in the National Capital Region and some towns and cities on its fringes, MMDA Chairperson Romando Artes said the agency has designed new plans that would remove 50% of vehicles off the roads during daylight travel. Presented to President Rodrigo Duterte recently, the MMDA plans to implement a number coding scheme called odd-even. Under this, license plates ending in 1357 and 9 are off Metro Manila roads on Mondays and Thursdays, while those ending in even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8 are prohibited Tuesdays and Fridays. Odd-even is suspended on Wednesdays. Meanwhile, the second proposal, the modified number coding scheme, will have vehicles with license plates ending in 1, 2, 3, and 4 banned on Mondays, Tuesdays will have vehicles with license plates ending in 5, 6, 7, and 8 restricted. Vehicles with license plates ending in 9, 0, 1, and 2 will not be allowed on Wednesdays, and license plates ending 3, 4, 5, and 6 banned on Thursdays. Meanwhile, the vehicles with license plates ending in 7, 8, and 9, and 0 not allowed on Fridays. Artes said the scheme projects the vehicle reduction in Metro Manila by 40%. Both schemes are eyed to be implemented during rush hours from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. and from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. He also proposed a 4-day work week under 2 variations, one with a 10-hour 4 working days, and another 4-day work days and work-from-home arrangement once a week. Tribune News on Q will be back. Stay with us.
Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Lilipad na ang agila, magtatanggol, magmamahal sa ating bansa.
We shall fly, soar, fight, and win!
Ayon sa World Bank, tinatayang 4.8 hanggang 12.7 milyong toneladang plastic ang sumisira sa ating karagatan taon-taon. Halos 80% nito ang nanggagaling sa Asya. Sa buong mundo, ang Pilipinas ay itinuturing na pangatlong pinakamalaking nagdudulot ng polusyon sa karagatan. Ang nakalalasong kemikal mula sa plastic ay di lamang kumukontamina sa karagatan, ngunit pati na rin sa hanging nilalanghap at lupang ginagalawan natin. Kung magpapatuloy ang kasalukuyang paggamit ng single-use plastics, sa taong 2050, mas marami na ang plastic kumpara sa mga isda na nasa ating mga karagatan. Dahil dito, mas pinaiigting ng pamahalaan ang kampanya laban sa paggamit ng single-use plastics. Nanganganib ang ating planeta. Iisa lang ito. Lahat tayo ay dapat kumilos sa lalong madaling panahon upang pangalagaan ito. Tama na ang plastikan.
Iba ng panahon, ang dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ano bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it sa centers, pati sa mga partners, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still phone remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Pababakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination,
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
You are still watching Tribune News on Q. COVID-hit Philippine Azkals finished its Fast 3 Nation Series campaign empty-handed after suffering a 0-2 defeat to Singapore at the National Stadium in Singapore late Tuesday. Manpower woes pushed the Nationals to another disappointing performance as Singaporean stars Safuwan Bahuruddin and Shawal Anwar nailed 2 goals that left the Filipinos winless in this pocket tourney that serves as a warm-up for the final round of the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers in Mongolia in June. Coming off a 0-2 loss to Malaysia a week ago, the Azkals did not have any chance to avenge their defeat as several players were sidelined due to health and safety protocols. Despite the frustrating performance, Palami said such setbacks will only fire them up as they enter a tougher battle in the Asian tourney in Mongolia. Russia has announced it will radically reduce military activity around Kyiv after failed efforts to encircle the Ukrainian capital. Moscow says attacks on the northern city with Chernihiv will also ease after meaningful progress and peace talks held in Istanbul. President Volodymyr Zelensky cautiously welcomed the positive signals from Moscow, saying Ukrainian forces will not decrease defensive efforts. The Pentagon warns Russia is repositioning troops, not withdrawing. Russia has failed in its objective of capturing Kyiv, a spokesperson says, but it does not mean that the threat to Kyiv is over. And that wraps up the stories this morning, but before we go, we would like to thank the following: SM Store, Araneta City, Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, Empire East Land Holdings Incorporated, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Venice Bautista on Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.